so unlike our team. I mean, we were the best defensive team in our league all year, and you know, I don't know if I know the moment didn't get too big for them. It just was just unfortunate, which, you know, these guys had a little something to do with that. I mean, they're just, you know, great club and really swung it, and you know, their speed put some pressure on us, and you know, unfortunately, what I hate most about the whole situation is for our kids, man. I mean, poor J.D. Perry. I mean, he's over there just absolutely in shambles, and I just want to go throw my arms around him, and which I did, but you know. I mean, he's like, oh, it cost us the game, and no, man, you know, Spartanburg Methodist cost us the game. So that's what's disappointing. You see heartbroken little, and they're not little, but 18, 20-year-old kids that have fought hard for me all year, and you know, so.
Obviously not the result you guys want, but overall experience, how was it here for you guys?
Man, this is unbelievable. They may be going back to Phoenix City, but I'm not. You know, I'm kidding, but this was unreal. You know, you guys, I mean, Kyle and Phil really enjoyed getting to, you know, hang out with those guys and meet them, and you know, doing all this and making us feel like big timers all week. You know, I mean, this is, you know, I said this yesterday. Hey, it's just baseball, and it really is, because at the end of the day, there's a hell of a lot more important things in this life than this. You know, they don't see it that way in their immature minds, and I don't mean that disrespectful to our guys, but that's just what their life is right now. But they'll see it once they, you know, get to be all of our ages, you know, and shoot, they'll be able to tell their grandkids about this, and if enough time passes, we can probably lie and tell them we came back and won the game.
Any one guy kind of stick out for you this tournament? One or two guys that maybe had a really good tournament here?
Well, I mean, you know, you can always go back to night one with Cam, you know, hitting the Learjet back to Denver. You know, that was pretty cool. I don't know. I mean, every single one of them. I mean, those are my children, man. I love those guys, and you know, that was big. Tower Lynn had a good tournament for us, and you know, I probably could have done a better job of coaching while I was here, but you know, those guys fought hard for me, and you know, hats off to them.
Other than the stories, what kind of life lessons do you guys learn from an experience like this?
Well, there's a scoreboard and everything, you know, and I think that's probably the lesson that needs to go down to Little League coaches when they cut scoreboards off, even at T-ball. There's a winner and loser in life, you know. There's no, you know, hey, let's go have ice cream afterwards and everybody gets a trophy, because that's a bunch of garbage, you know. And there it is right there. We just had a phenomenal season, ranked #1 for 6 weeks, you know, 6 straight weeks. And, you know, are we the best team in the country? I don't know. I mean, certainly not today. But, you know, the thing is things happen. You know, life happens. And you have to get yourself up off the mat, and you go right back at it. The sun's going to come up tomorrow, and I'm going to go to work. Well, not tomorrow. But, you know, I mean, that's just how it goes, man. There's a winner and loser in life. And, just like this, it's such a microcosm, you know, of what we live these short 70, 80 years for. Is stuff happens. It's not sunshines and rainbows, man. You know, it's you know, we want it to be, and hopefully most of the time it is. But sometimes you get kicked in the rear end a little bit. So.
Coach, it seems like you were dealing with the Jekyll and Hyde team with yourself. Was there one point in the tournament where it was just like, man, I'm not used to this team, and if so, what was there? Does any point stand out?
Well, you know, at one point I was really gonna probably start putting some faces on the back of milk cartons, because you know, because I was wondering where my guys were, you know. But I mean, you honestly, from the get-go, because I didn't think we played well against Delgado. I mean, it was a good game, you know, I guess from a fan standpoint. But, you know, Rentz was okay. You know, Dylan was pretty good the other day. We didn't swing it. You know, we certainly forgot to bring our, you know, leather catching devices, you know. You know, it was, and, you know, man, I don't know, man. You know, we just literally played the 2 worst games of our season on the biggest stage. You know, for whatever that's worth. You know, we got to go home now. I guess they're going to make us leave. So, but unfortunately, but it's okay. life goes on.